Hi, good morning. My name's John Wright, and you're not. And, it's not the best thing to be John Wright, by the way. Sometimes I gotta make decisions. I have to do things that I probably wouldn't do. Like, Minerva. Oh, well, here I got Taylor Swift here this morning, and she's playing the Taylor Swift NPR Music Tiny Desk Concert. I love that. She's very inspiring. I'll tell you what, sometimes you just wonder how much you are connected to people. And this woman connects to many people through all walks of life. And I wish her the best. And I wish her um, man that she's with, I hope they make it out good. I think they're a good couple. And anyway, I have the opportunity to actually play. I just kind of practice along with her. Cousin, Kaylee Sparks. And she's on YouTube too, by the way. And she's on Chatterbait also. Taylor's not on Chatterbait, so you won't find Taylor Swift there, so I ain't gonna start that goddamn one. So my name's John Wright and you're not. And hey man, I'll tell you what. My dad's D.B. Cooper. Would you like to have the cup that I have? Because if you would like to have the cup that I have, I don't think you're prepared to drink it. So, I found that in the behind my house here, right over here. I figured out where exactly somebody would hide something like this, and I went out and I kind of dug it up. It's kind of neat because I was telling Ernie how I could find things, even the lottery numbers on the lottery. I was thinking about doing the lottery. I got some lottery tickets down there, and I started doing some up. And what I was going to do is I always do the last one to see how close I would be if I would have played it to this one. So a lot of times I waste a lot of time by doing that because I think, God, I should have just went ahead with it. And that's exactly what I'll probably do is I'll probably just risk it, do the math, work on just the next lottery, probably the one between a Wednesday and a Saturday night, and I want to nail it on Saturday night when the sun goes down or when the sun's on its way over, because see, I take my day off on Saturdays, and that way I'm working from Sunday to Friday if I'm working 6 days a week, bam. And by the way, I like a 4-day work week, so I got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'm off for 3 days a week is the way I look at it. I get to relax more if I can, and if nothing's going on, I actually take 3 days off a week. But if things are going on, well, I don't like being busy on a Saturday, and when these here Browns over here got me excited about them being behind my house, somebody hiding in the brush back there, I asked him, hey, what's going on out here? Can you tell me? Then he found out that I was D.B. Cooper's son. My dad was a Zodiac killer, and there's a bowling alley over there that has a saw on it. And I asked him, is anything starting to resonate to you? And the guy's face was whited over. And it took me a little time before, well, I already knew this was Browns over there, and I already knew that these guys would be here cutting this here down before too long, exactly like what's going on in, around the United States, and that shit being fucking knocked in right over there. It's an inside job, you guys. It's an inside job. Don't be played like a retard, because I have been. I don't want people to be played like a retard. And that's exactly what they're doing. They want to take over, and they want to bury people 9 feet under. And when I figured it out here, they don't need senior citizens. No wonder Donald Trump got all those senior citizens killed off, because now they can't vote the right way, and they want to toss the election and overthrow things. This here is absolutely a coup from within, and it's been orchestrated for over 50 years. This is about the 50th president. This is about John F. Kennedy. I was named after John F. Kennedy. And like I say it again, I'm spelling it out. And if you would like to have this cup, if you think you're man enough to take this goddamn cup away from me, I would like to see you take it. But I'll tell you what, everybody goddamn comes to me sooner or later asking me for fucking help. And that's why I'm here, because everybody's came to me. They've asked me for help in one strange way or another. And now my son, and I've told them all what was happening. And I even told Matt Wright, I said, if you get caught up in something here, this is what it is, and this is exactly what it was. I had a bad feeling. I've been outnumbered. I've been outnumbered by many. I would say many against one. I'm outnumbered. And even my son was outright undermining me. You know, when things were happening in the courthouse and stuff like that, I looked at my son, and actually he said something that I didn't really like, but at the same time, it was his lips, and like he said himself, it's not what comes out of it's not what you put into your mouth that can condemn you. It's what you put out of your mouth that will condemn you. Donald Trump, by his own words, condemns himself. You know, I know what blasphemy could be. And it could be something that you know what it is already. Blasphemy is something that's an unforgivable thing. Well, if Mr. Trump's over there pretending that he is something that he's goddamn not, he's probably in trouble from the Holy Father. But I will say that I have had favor from the Holy Father, or from something, whether it's supernatural, whatever it is. Do you believe in the power of prayer? Because I do. Am I evil? No. Do I believe that things happen for certain reasons? Maybe the Holy Father is in control of everything? Absolutely. Because I don't feel that I'm in control of anything, but I feel like Nineveh. You know what Nineveh is? The guy that didn't want to do something. He didn't want to do it. Similar to me. I don't want to do this. Everybody wants to force me down. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody wants to harass me. Everybody wants me to just goddamn blow up. They wanted me to call the cops, so what? The cops would go and take revenge upon me. So what I did was I slammed it all over the internet and stuff like this, and I faxed it all the way across the United States, to every governor and senator and everything out there. And I just love the fact that they're beating it up and they're fucking knocking them down now. And you know, I wonder, I know they tap in. I know they listen to things, and I might, like I told Ernie, I said, Ernie, when they was wiping out my computers, and he actually took them to the dump, and I actually wrote on all of them, Zodiac Killer, D.B. Cooper, and all this here stuff. I mean, if they'll pick up Hunter Biden stuff, they'll pick up this stuff too, god damn it, I love it. And that's just exactly what I do, exactly what I love. I mean, god damn, well, what do you do? A desperate man will do desperate things. Like Donald Trump saluting people yesterday, saluting the J6 hostages when we had a bridge that got knocked out by a foreign ship from Singapore. Is that China? Is China doing this? Is China doing something here? Is Trump and China in bed together? Because I'll tell you what, Trump had lunch with the Chinese leader down at War-a-Lago, his little building down there, which he doesn't really want to leave too much anymore. He's hiding Biden down there. You know, he had those plans down there, the arsenal for the nuclear weaponry. And I'll tell you what, I mentioned it, I seen these guys on the internet, these other countries were sitting there making jokes and stuff about the United States and stuff, but that President Trump, about his doings and stuff, and I told my sister and brother-in-law about, and lies, all lies. Maybe not Ernie, but my sister, but lies, that can't be. No, it is right. I seen it. I seen it on PBS. I seen it on other things, and I may go back and research it once again. But like I said, for me coming forward, it's like being sent to Nineveh. I mean, I don't care. This guy, he gets on the ship, he's going the opposite way. Everything goes bad. They find him in the bottom of the ship. You know, man, what are you doing down here? I'm hiding for my life. You know, what they figure out, God wants him to go the other way, so they want him off the ship, apparently. They take him out. They try to take him on a boat towards the land. It's too bad. They have to come back. You know, they ultimately, They just throw them off the goddamn ship. Good riddance. I hope we're alive. It's better you than all of us. And for my family, it's better me than all of them. So now we are here. So now, that guy, when he gets thrown off the ship, Jesus Christ, he gets thrown through the belly of the whale. And that whale gives him a trip, you know, it's like 3 days and 3 nights in the center of the belly of a whale, if I remember right. But I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but regardless, when he come out of that whale, he was spit right up on the shore at Nineveh. At Nineveh. And he says, where the fuck am I? At Nineveh? What? Holy Father in heaven, Nineveh? Yeah, Nineveh. Oh, God. Do you know what I did? Oh, okay. He's warning you. He's warning you. He fulfilled his obligation regardless what he wanted to do. And by the way, I've trying to do my mission exactly. And have I caused any harm in doing it? No. Did I cause a ship to happen? No. Have I been harassed in Lewis County? Yes. Did a terrible flood happen in Lewis County? Hell yeah, it sure did. When I was being harassed by the cops and the weirdness and everything down there, I remember my mom coming up and saying, you mean... No, first was my niece Nicole comes up, and I had such a goddamn thing the day before that I got pulled over and over. And then, and this has happened already. I've been harassed over and over, and not maybe not that yesterday, but recently. Then I'm over there getting food at Wendy's hamburger joint right there, over there by Walmart, and they fucking give me terrible food at night. I came in there at night, like 1 in the morning, and they're supposed to be open 24 hours a day. I want the chicken, I want this, I want chili, I want all this stuff. I'm going home. I'm going to smoke some pot, and I'm going to have munchies. I'm going to have fucking Wendy's food, man. That's what I'm coming home for. I got me bag of weed with me, too, by the way. I'm an American. I'm going to tell the goddamn truth. And I got home. I'm high and everything. I go to eat my fucking food. It's so goddamn fucked up. I am fucking so pissed off. I could go down there and kick out their goddamn windows. I mean, I am so fucking... I mean, the doors, I'm sure, are locked. That's what I mean. I could go down there and kick out their fucking windows when I say that. I would have went down there and I knew better. I goddamn knew better. So you know what I did? I called them. I said, you know what? I just bought food from your restaurant, and it came back, and it's so unacceptable. I walked down, and I threw it behind the seat of my car. I said the only thing that I could eat was the chili. And you know what? To be honest with you, maybe I shouldn't have ate the chili because maybe they even spit in it. That was the last time I've ever ate food at Wendy's, by the way. And I was so fucking mad, and everything that was going on with the bowling alley and everything, all this their shit going on. I'm like, I prayed to God that God's wrath would be poured out right over there. Right over there. And I'll tell you what, I went to bed and I slept like a baby. The very next morning, my niece comes upstairs. John, Uncle John. She's coming up the stairway from the side door. And you wouldn't believe what's happening over there. Well, what's happening over there? There's a flood over there. There's a flood over there. There's a flood over there. I said, wow, you know, I mean, boy, I should ask for the wrath of God to happen over there. Boy, God Almighty works in strange circumstances. Boy, I'll tell you what, it didn't take too long before Marietta come freaking out upstairs that you pray for God that something like that would goddamn happen, blah, 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 blah. And I just smiled like she'd actually believe that I could cause something like that. And she sees a picture of this image that's supposed to be Jesus Christ on the wall. And she goes, you think that's a God? You think that's a God? And I go, no, that's a picture that's covering a hole on the wall that I found on the floor upstairs on the 3rd floor. God damn, there's fucking holes in the wall. Everything's cracked. I got water coming through the roof spots. I mean, you go to that house and they'll report that there was damage in those spots in that house. Everything has a thumbprint to it, to what I'm saying. Even the leak that was in the kitchen that they had to replace the window seals in that house, or it would leak right through into the kitchen. And I put a new roof, sheetrock on the ceiling because the ceiling was so goddamn fucked up. I did painted that room and everything. The rooms in the house I painted where I was there. Jesus Christ, they were terrible to me. Before it was over, I mean, it was goddamn bad. I did so much for that woman. I painted the decks on her house. I did so much. But anyway, there was a flood that stopped I-5. They say that it was a vortex. Walmart was shut down. It was shown nationally across the United States of America. And my car got flooded too, by the way. And I ended up taking a lie detector test. And the reason I failed the lie detector test is because I parked my car in an area where it ended up flooding because GMA, American General Finances, was going through turmoil at the time. And over at American General Finances, I went in there and I looked at the wall. I went in there to pay my payment. I turned around. I looked at the wall. And I see GMAC. Oh, Jesus Christ. This goddamn company I'm dealing with is fucking bankrupt in America. And I am goddamn not happy with American General Financing either. You know. And they told me right there at the thing, because the economy was so fucked up, I was behind on payments. And the son of a bitches that was gutting out America said to me, well, you know what we'll do? We'll just come and get our property. Like that, real short with me. And I was in there fucking making payments and stuff. And I had to park my car off the property because I thought they'd come and steal it from me. You know, like repossess my car or something like that. Well, the car got flooded. And when I took that lie detector test from that sheriff up north, from about Jim Rowland and all this stuff that was going on, the only reason that I failed that was because of that question about the insurance, and I've addressed it in the videos. But anyway, do what you can for America, and you know what? I always got some goddamn stories. You know, God is favor. Don't deny God. God may be nice to you. Watch out who you say something to, because you know what? It may have retribution that comes back. And it could come back from the Holy Father in heaven for all I know. And I'll tell you another thing. I was at a bowling tournament at the Morton Bowling Alley, and they were trying to cover up the fact that my dad, and I ran the other bowling alley out in Chehalis, and I was invited to this tournament. And here's Billy O'Connor and Mike O'Connor's wife, and they run the Lewis County Bowling Association. They're sitting there trying to sell that the bowling alley has no history of my dad in it. I straightened them out. I was out there singing on the lanes. Oh, the big 18-wheeler's going down the track silently to myself, not making a disturbance, getting ready to bowl, and all of a sudden I seen the fingers of the pins just falling over like this coming through the bowling alley. And all that goddamn could do was smile. And here's Rick up there. Rick, what was their goddamn name? Rick Lee. Yeah, Rick Lee was up there. That owns the bowling alley. His dad, Cook, Rick Lee Cook, Marty Lee Cook, Rick Carroll Cook, or Carol Lee Cook. You know, it has an L in it, by the way. And he's up there, and he's making excuses. Well, we haven't shaved the pins. We got bad pins. And all of a sudden, it just looks like somebody's playing with fingers, knocking down the pins across the thing. Maybe it was a slight earthquake. You know, I did recognize that there was a crack in the cement in the bowling alley after the fact that I was there with Darlene Jones, myself, my ex-wife's daughter went there with us. We took her out bowling. Me and my ex-wife, we had a relationship where I would babysit her girl, and me and Darlene Jones would take care of them. And Casey and Ty and Matthew and us, you know, we tried to make family where we could while we were together. Anyway, thank you for your time. And you guys, I always got a good story for you. You know what? I'll teach you how to bowl better. I'll teach you how to throw a 300 game. $2.99, $2.87. 255. You'll break your first 200 game. I'll tell you what, it's not as hard as these guys make it to be, because once you know the shot, you got it, baby. Anyway, thank you for your time. You have a great day. You know what? I like not being harassed. People are looking at the Cooper signs, and it's really quiet in my neighborhood. I like that happen nationwide. And that ship over there was definitely a diversion of what's really happening to the Republican Party. And I'll guarantee you that. I will guarantee you that. I just got that feeling, and I think, well, I think you do too. Look at that. Look what I found in the backyard. I actually just dug it right goddamn up. Isn't that nice? I don't know what it's worth. Is it worth anything? I gave it to my brother and sister-in-law, my sister and brother-in-law. And I said, if you guys think it's found right here, it's yours. They gave it back to me. You know what? I would have never had a conscience having that in my house, and I told them that at the time. I just couldn't have. I just wouldn't have. And we had the G-String Summit on Chatterbait, and all the girls played, and that was on New Year's Eve. And you should have been there. And next year, girls, you come on Chatterbait, and you wear that black G-string, and you may be named the G-String Girl of the Year. Thank you very much. And there's a first prize, and there's a second prize. And, we have to eliminate everybody else, so don't get no hard feelings. Thank you much for your time, and you have a great day. And I'm going to be playing with Taylor Swift right here. I mean, I'm taking practice lessons from her, is what I do. Thank you much for your time, and I'm not a pro. I'm a jack of all trades, a real jack-off. Jack-off John right here. Hey, often imitated, never duplicated. Don't let them play you like a retard, because they did it to me. They'll do it to you. Thank you. Bye-bye. I love you guys. I just love you guys.